contest is a special showcase bout in the women's featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 145.4 pounds and is making her professional debut. Fighting out of Rotterdam, Netherlands, the Lady Tyson, Ruby Mesu. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She's a K1 specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 143.9 pounds and holds a professional record of 1 victory and no defeats. Fighting out of Cologne, Germany, Christina Brewer.
3 5-minute rounds here inside of our PFL Europe Smart Cage. The German Brewer is in the black, Ruby Mesu in the gray. Touch of the gloves, PFL Berlin underway.
Don't know about you guys, but I love it when kickboxers transition into MMA and start wearing small gloves.
Absolutely. It changes the range, it changes the ability to land shots through the guard. You can't hide behind those big 10-ounce gloves anymore. And ultimately, you know, there's the opportunity to be able to clinch and take your opponent down, which means they have to be more careful in the clinch. They can't just kind of throw themselves into range without worrying what comes next. No referee's going to separate them if they get tangled up and taken down. So we're going to see whether both of these ladies are prepared for a mixed martial arts fight. And as you said, Sean, Christina Brewer won amateur fight in mixed martial arts, wins by submission.
Mesu pressing forward. Wonder how long it's going to take for Brewer to mix it up and look for the takedown.
And you can see that aggressive Dutch Thai boxing style from Ruby Mesu, pressing forward, trying to crack her with hard shins and counter those punches.
Still trying to figure out that distance with the taller fighter, who also happens to be in the southpaw stance.
I think we might see a head kick from Christina Brewer in a minute, because Ruby Mesu keeps moving towards that power side. You see she keeps circling towards that back leg. Fine if you're ready for it, but if you're not, you can walk onto a very powerful shot.
She's dropping her right hand now and then, so I agree with you then.
But then you see with strikers of this level, I can never assume that they're making a mistake. I can assume they're setting a trap. So I don't know whether she's looking to slip and counter or to block counter. She might be trying to entice Brewer to throw that rear kick.
Nice left hand there.
Mesu's pulling her punches a little bit. Not going all the way in.
Might be some hesitance from the shorter fighter to try and close that distance because of a perceived or assumed deficiency in the grappling here.
Nice hit feint there from Ruby Mesu. Oh, that was a good left hand again. Staggered her for a moment. Oh, and again.
Big success for Brewer so far with the punches through the middle.
And landed a nice jab on the way out as well. Really dialed in here halfway through round number 1.
It seems like Christina Brewer is starting to find her range a little bit.
And you can see the speed and commitment on her punches. Mesu's going to have to match that if she wants to turn the tide here in the early goings.
It was a good right hand in there for Mesu as well, but she's hesitant on stepping in all the way, probably because of the takedown threat from Brewer.
There has to be a second thing in her mind, doesn't it? You know, it's going to stifle her aggression somewhat because she feels like at least she has to be prepared for a level change, even if it never comes.
It's a big dilemma for Mesu because she really needs to go forward and step in all the way because she's got that big power. If she doesn't do that, she's not going to be dangerous in this fight.
Lovely counter lead hand. Oh, and again with the rear hand.
Brewer really is the timing down for those punches through the middle. Beautiful jab.
Don't push there. Step to side. Just step to give it a punch.
Just out of the range of those counters, Ruby Mesu is. She's trying to time those punches coming in, but struggling with the range a little bit here.
And it's so tough against someone. Even the feints from 𝗟𝗨𝗏𝗧 are so committed, stomping on that lead leg. You can't assume, you don't know the difference between the real punches and the feints.
Good inside low kick there, upset the balance of 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧. She keeps going for that stomp rear kick to the midsection, but Breuer keeps slipping out of range of it. Oh my goodness, that was
Beautiful step-in right hook there.
She's moving in and out really, really well.
You can feel the tension in the arena. It's like everyone's silent, eyes peeled, ready for something to happen.
Well, we're here in Berlin, Germany, so you know that the German fighters are going to be experiencing a little pop from the crowd now and again. And if I know anything about the way European sport works, Dan Hardy, folks will be tracking throughout the night how many Germans won,
Of course.
how many French won, how many Irish fighters win on the card tonight. That's just the way you folks do things over here, sport-wise, right?
Of course, right? We love a flag over here. You know, anything about countries facing one another in a sporting context is very much something that fills arenas and whets our appetite.
Christina Breuer with a strong first round. She's in the black.
Ready, ready.
𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 out of the Netherlands in the gray. Southpaw stance again for Breuer.
I want to see more aggression from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧. I want to see her step in deeper so she can really use that power she has. Oh, beautiful left hand.
That backed up 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧.
She's got her chin on her.
Lovely footwork as well from both of these fighters.
Breuer's got the timing down for her strikes, and she's out of the way immediately after. Really good job.
And this was the round where Christina Breuer secured a submission victory in her amateur MMA debut. So we might be seeing a switch of tactics here, although she's having a lot of success with these straight lefts.
She's feeling very comfortable in this fight in the stand-up.
Oh, good check right hook. Very
and then
clean.
just right out of the way.
Right.
I mean, exchanges with someone like 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 are not a great idea, and Breuer knows it. So she gets in, gets the offense sent, and gets right back out. It's really a master class right now. Spinning back fist and then the left high kick. Appreciation from the Berlin crowd.
𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧's throwing too much ones and twos. I want to see her throw threes and fours. You know, like, you're not going to close the distance with the ones and the twos with Christina Breuer. You need to follow her up, put her in reverse.
Nice body kick from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 there.
Yeah, and Breuer feels those. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧's got tree trunks for legs.
That counter left hooks landed a couple of times from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧, and you know, for me it feels like Christina Breuer is the one that's setting the pace, but not making it too wild. She's still keeping this technical, even though front kick to the face. Do we see some grappling here?
Yeah, here we're into a clinch, and then they separate, which has been the theme so far. They've both transitioned into mixed martial arts, but right now content for this to be a kickboxing match. It makes sense because of the results that Breuer is getting. If I'm 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 in the corner, I might be looking to get inside and grab a hold of Breuer, see what happens.
Well, that was 2 times that 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧's gone for the inside low kick and left her head on the center line, and Breuer countered it with a straight. And there she is again. Check right hook, moves away. I think we see a little blood coming from the nose of 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 now after that punch. That's going to affect the breathing as well. Look at the footwork from Christina Breuer, how she just drifts across the center line and cuts her off. Really clever footwork. Adapted from a ring to a
Beautiful
cage.
combination. She's rocked. It was left, right, left. And now Breuer
Going for the finish.
She smells the blood. This is going to be the end here.
Beautiful combination.
This could be it.
The flurry from Breuer, not stopping. And now
Christina Breuer.
Referee Thomas Bronder calls a halt to the action at 3 minutes and 12 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner via TKO, Christina Breuer. Introducing first, Fighting out of the blue corner, he's a mixed martial arts specialist and stands 6 feet even tall. He weighed officially at 154.7 pounds and has amassed a record of 8 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Gran Canaria, Spain, Sebastian Santana-Guerres. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is also a mixed martial arts specialist and stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 154.3 pounds and holds a professional record of 9 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and a single no contest. Fighting out of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, Germany, the Siberian Tiger, 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Your referee in charge, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the green, Sebastian Santana-Guerres in the gray.
Ready, first round.
And this height difference is very interesting because Guedes is a really good BJJ black belt. So Bal is gonna have to close the distance, but he doesn't want to come too close because that's where Guedes is gonna want the fight.
This is where 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 has to make difficult decisions. How do you close that distance? Look how he's squeezing him up against the fence now, making the taller fighter stand very high on his feet. Much easier to catch his chin if you can walk him onto that punch. But at the same time, the threat of the level change from 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to take him down against the fence is going to be, oh, here we go. Takedown straight away from the Spanish fighter.
Good defense though from Bal. Guedes on his back. He's got an underhook. Trying to reverse it. Beautiful job by Guedes here.
Santana-Guerres now presses 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 into the barrier. Chest to chest here with 1 minute gone in the first round.
Bal trying to dig in an underhook here. Looks like he's getting closer. Good hand fighting here from both of these fighters.
And there's the separation.
Now that might give 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 confidence on the feet, knowing that the taller fighter that has the reach advantage would rather have this fight on the floor. That may change his game plan slightly. He might start thinking about keeping this one standing, but at close range. Here we go again. Sebas trying to get the fight to the floor.
Double unders for Bal here. See if he wants to take the fight down or if he just wants to press Guedes up against the fence.
Interesting, Bal is the one who initiated this chest to chest by kind of punching himself in, stifling a little bit.
Shot to the groin.
We got 5 minutes for Guedes here to recover. Let's hope he doesn't need all of them.
Certainly took the wind out of him, that one did. He looks like he's in a lot of pain down there.
There it is, guys.
Oh.
You saw the immediate reaction there.
You see the look in Bal's eyes. He's like, oh, sorry, bud.
You know, it's frustrating for both fighters because you want to keep the fight flowing. You don't want these gaps, these breaks where, you know, you have to be alone with your thoughts for a few minutes, thinking about the first, 2 minutes of the fight and how it was going.
Berlin crowd showing their appreciation for Sebastian Santana-Guerres getting back to his feet.
Yeah, speaking from experience, this is not a good situation to be in. It can take your focus off the fight as well. As what happened when it happened to me. I needed time to recover, but my mind was with recovery instead of with the fight.
Right, yep.
So I became sloppy after the restart.
We're back in.
Right back to the action here. We've seen a lead hook and then that level change here from Sebastian Santana-Guerres, but heavy hips from 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Look at that.
That was some real strength from 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Strong hips. Got himself back. Now he's in a really good position where that height and reach really makes little difference as long as he can stay out of these submissions.
Great scrambles from Ball, though, from 𝗘𝗨𝗣𝗘, though. The first time they went to the floor, same thing, but
Gotta watch those long legs creeping up.
𝗘𝗨𝗣𝗘 goes down to the legs really fast, but he's trying to lock his hands, and Ball moves his hips backwards. He doesn't have a good double leg, 𝗘𝗨𝗣𝗘. He really wants to lock his hands, but Ball knows that now, so very interesting. Oh, nice left hook there from 𝗘𝗨𝗣𝗘.
Yeah, they traded the low kick for the left hook.
Really good body shot there. I think he saw my keys to victory, Sean. Shot to the body, came straight up to the head. Always useful to use against a taller opponent.
And you saw there that 𝗘𝗨𝗣𝗘 immediately tried to reach and grab. He does not like these strikes. Low kick there from Sebastian Santana 𝗘𝗨𝗘. Another good sprawl from Anatoly Ball.
Yeah, 𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗃 is shooting in from too far. Ball sees it coming and is able to react pretty fast.
Interestingly as well, Ball was able to slide his knee through and past the half guard in that exchange as well, which, oh, okay, guard recovery from the black belt, and he's got an overhook on that arm.
Trying to isolate the left arm, but Anatoly Ball sniffs it out, gets his own arm back.
𝗘𝗨𝗃 is trying to get a wrist, but Ball's denying him.
He's
getting the
turned on
legs
his arm
going for him, but oh, nice sweep.
Oh,
Uses the sweep triangle. Nice job, but can he lock it up? There it is. Oh,
Locked in
nice.
tight. He's got a tough angle. Anatoly Ball is going to try and hammer fist out of this.
That's never a good sign when you throw strikes.
he's out.
Oh, beautiful job.
Nice work by Anatoly Ball, and a beautiful string of submission attempts there from Sebastian Santana 𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗃. Dan Hardy, you weren't lying when you said there was a lot of talent over here in the European scene.
My friend, I feel like these guys could fight 10 times and win 5 each.
Use it to go to mouth.
Really strong first round from Anatoly Ball. Even though he's not done a great deal of damage, he's certainly put a psychological stamp on this first round. 45 seconds to go. He's going to be happy going back to his corner.
And you can see big, deep breaths from Sebastian Santana 𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗃. This is only our second bout of the card here in Berlin, a showcase, not even part of the regular season, and this is still the level that these guys are fighting at. Anatoly Ball with the takedown.
We're getting some deep breaths as well from Santana 𝗘𝗑𝗃 when he's on his feet.
He used a lot of power in that squeeze for the triangle, one of his best weapons, and then Ball gets out of it. That's psychologically very difficult for 𝗘𝗑𝗃 to deal with.
10 seconds left.
Keeping those hands real tight, Anatoly Ball. Strong first round for the German fighter. Looking to line that right hand up.
And you see 𝗘𝗑𝗃 is very flat on his feet now.
That's the end of the round.
End of the round.
I love the trap set by 𝗘𝗑𝗃, using that armbar to the sweep, then you let your opponent get back on top. Boom, triangle. I use that a little bit now and then.
You'll have to teach me that, Stefan. I've got no ground game still.
You need longer legs then.
Well, that was
Nice
a good
knee.
knee.
Sebastian Santana 𝗘𝗃𝗃 with another
beautiful.
knee.
Nice job from the knee into the single leg and on top. Beautiful job of 𝗘𝗑𝗃.
See what Anatoly Ball does in the bottom position now, whether he decides he wants to attack with submissions. Nice work with that butterfly
Beautiful.
hook.
𝗘𝗑𝗃 uses it to pass.
It's all the way over to full side control. We're now trying to settle his weight down with plenty of time to work here.
Great job from 𝗘𝗑𝗃, keeping his knees off the ground most of the time. All his weight is on Ball. He's going for a Darce choke.
Danger stations for Anatoly Ball here, but he's aware of the danger.
He needs to go to his bicep, so he's going to be able to finish it. He can put pressure on it this way, but he really needs to go to the bicep. He tries to roll Ball over, but good defense by Ball on the back for 𝗘𝗑𝗃 now.
Now going to a cradle position here, but Ball shakes him off the top.
He's a little too hungry there. He slipped off him, and now he's underneath Ball again.
And especially in this position, Anatoly Ball, the fresher fighter here, right? Sebastian Santana 𝗘𝗃𝗃, who did a lot of work in the first round, even getting himself off the bottom. Does he still have the gas tank to do it if he needs to? Ball moves to the mount.
And the difference with confidence and concern as well has an impact on your cardiovascular system. Ball feels like he's in control of this fight, which means that his breathing, his heart rate is going to be slower, which is a benefit all round.
He feels like he's in control, and he beat two of the best weapons from 𝗘𝗑𝗃, the Darce and the triangle, with ease pretty much. So now he's on top. 𝗘𝗑𝗃 is tired. Very good situation for Ball.
Sebastian Santana 𝗘𝗃𝗃 needs to get a left arm underhook if he's going to stay on that right hip.
Big breaths by 𝗟𝗟𝗣𝗡.
Right now, 𝗟𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗦 trying to advance his position, move his right leg through the guard.
I like what 𝗟𝗟𝗡 is doing here, using his arm around the head of 𝗏 to keep him in his guard, keep him close to him so 𝗏 can't really explode. Good job from 𝗏 to pass. See if he can get dangerous on the floor here.
I like these digging shots to the body that 𝗏's landing as well, just to keep that gas tank working.
Especially with 𝗟𝗟𝗡 being this tired already.
Nice work framing with that forearm across the face of Sebastian Santana Guedes.
Good right hand from 𝗏 there.
Ouch. Feels to me, if I was in 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏's position, I can feel the fight draining out of my opponent at this point. He's just got to not get reckless and try and look for a finish too soon, because Guedes is still dangerous.
𝗏 now stalking. Sebastian Santana Guedes was able to land a couple of knees earlier. He tested another one there to give 𝗏 something to think about. But you can see here the difference in gas tank.
𝗏's looking great, man. Very fresh still. Really pressing the action.
Steps right back into the pocket on the restart. Maybe got a little too close. Sebastian Santana Guedes able to grab a hold of 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏, press him against the barrier. But just gets bullied to the ground.
He's got nothing left. I really feel that if 𝗏 steps it up here, he can finish the fight. Good strikes from 𝗏 here.
This might be
getting close.
Sebastian Santana Guedes
Passing the legs.
not offering much in the way of
resistance.
𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏 goes to work on top. Second round finish for 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏 in Berlin.
That's 4 minutes and 16 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via TKO, 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏! The following fight is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a kickboxing specialist and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 156 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 8 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Olsztyn, Poland, the auditor, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗏! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a wrestling and BJJ specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 155 pounds. In 12 professional contests, has earned a record of 10 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Turin, Italy, Radu Maxim! Your referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Rich Mitchell will oversee the action. Radu Maxim in the green, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗏 in the gray.
Both guys are ready to go.
You ready? You ready? Let's go.
Both very good wrestlers, but a very different striking style. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗏 a lot more technical. Maxim's got big power, but beautiful takedown right from the start for 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗏.
𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗏, he flicked the left high kick out there and then he changed levels, but look at Maxim right back to his feet.
Yeah, beautiful job using the underhook, get back to his knees. But 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗏 again, who's pressing the action, looking for the takedown.
As I said, there's a real intensity about Radu Maxim, and you could see.
Beautiful!
Wow!
You kidding me?
Oh, wow.
Sacrifice throw there from Radu Maxim, taking risks early.
Radu Maxim Airlines. Man, beautiful.
He's so dangerous with the body lock. Now he's on a single leg. You can see him drawing that leg in. 𝗘𝗨𝗏's trying to sprawl out here. Steps over the back foot.
Beautiful way to catch the leg.
Maxim changes direction, draws 𝗘𝗨𝗏 back over his own left leg.
See if he can get to the back. Good job from 𝗘𝗨𝗏 on the defense here.
Just over a minute gone in this fight, and there's already been a lot of energy expended from both of these fighters.
I feel like Maxim's going to pull out something else here. He's using that shin as a guard across the leg of 𝗘𝗨𝗏 right now, but that doesn't mean he can't turn it into a takedown.
And 𝗘𝗨𝗏 now knows that there's not a single second he can lose focus in the clinch. So Maxim's going to make the most of that.
Radu Maxim keeps letting his right arm and now his left come up over on that overhook position. A lot of times that's a surrender from people, but not from Radu Maxim. He's using that overhook to try and set up throws. This time 𝗘𝗨𝗏
setting something up, but 𝗘𝗨𝗏 used it against him. Now he's in a very dominant position with Maxim against the fence.
Lay it on, watch your left arm.
I expect Maxim to use the fence in a moment to scramble back to his feet, but for 𝗘𝗨𝗏 in this position is going to be really difficult to budge.
Hey, hip in strong, Watch that butterfly. There you go.
Good job by Maxim, holding 𝗘𝗨𝗏 close to him. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 can't really explode this way. 𝗘𝗨𝗏 is a lot bigger, man. I wonder how much he weighs right now. He's a big lightweight.
Not a comfortable position here for Maxim with his head crammed up against the fence like that.
And
oh, now, wow.
Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗏
Stay away from the back of his head there, Jakub.
flattening Radu Maxim out.
I think 𝗘𝗨𝗏 is trying to move him away from the fence. I feel Maxim wants to use it. We're in naked choke position here for 𝗘𝗨𝗏.
He's almost losing
Body lock, body triangle for 𝗘𝗨𝗏. He's flattening Maxim out with it. That hurts.
That was a thudding short punch from the side, and now he says,
Got it
Radu Maxim
behind the head.
grimacing and in trouble here. Switches to the short choke.
and he's got it!
Three finishes. Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗏 stays undefeated.
Declaring your winner by submission to a rear naked choke and securing their place in the PFL Europe playoffs, Jakub 𝗘𝗨𝗏! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 155 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and 3 defeats. Fighting out of Bathgate, Scotland, Dylan the Nuke Took! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 155.5 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 7 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Liverpool, England, your referee in charge, Thomas Bronner.
3 5-minute rounds with a trip to Paris on the line. Both of these men trying to keep the dream of the PFL European Championship and a $100,000 prize alive.
Now the challenge early for Conor Hughes is to try and figure out this movement of Dylan Took. It's easier to defeat him when he's pushing forward aggressively, but this is what we're talking about. He's been put together again by these coaches. They've controlled him, they've pulled him out of that chaos a little bit so he can still be as effective but not quite be as vulnerable.
Southpaw stance and the unorthodox movement for Took in the gray. Hughes is in the green trunks.
A lot of feints from Took so far. I like what Hughes is doing. He's not really biting. He's showing that side kick to Took.
Kickboxing world champion Conor Hughes, very controlled at this range, very measured.
Lifelong mixed martial artist.
Absolutely.
As for his entire family. They put a gi on him when he was born.
Right.
I like that side kick.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a great way to deal with those feints. 𝗟𝗣𝗢 is waiting for the right moment to counter one of those feints. Trying to get a read.
Dan, thought it was really interesting the way in that last word, these guys talking back and forth and addressing the fact Conor Hughes is undefeated, 𝗟𝗣𝗢 has some losses. And the value of lessons learned in a loss. And also, you have to acknowledge that the level of competition that Dylan 𝗟𝗢𝗥 has lost to. I mean, Sadiq Yusuff is a very highly thought of fighter who's now in the UFC.
He's just jumped at opportunities that have been put in front of him, whereas Conor Hughes, he came through a solid amateur career and learned some lessons there. He wasn't undefeated as an amateur, but when he turned professional, it was like, right, okay. Oh, that was a nice straight left from Dylan 𝗟𝗢𝗥, lunged into range.
Beautiful way to land that off all his movement. Finally paying off all those feints.
I think Dylan 𝗟𝗢𝗥's trying to play into some frustration here. He's trying to get Conor to lunge forward. Look, hands are down now. He's starting to walk.
Not even looking at the opponent, just jogging around the outside of the cage here. And I think you're absolutely right, Dan Hardy, because this does frustrate a fighter who wants to be in the pocket and throwing.
Beautiful way to get out of the way, too. Can he keep this up for 3 rounds, though?
Smile on the face of Conor Hughes there. Thing is, at some point, Hughes is going to overcommit, and that's going to make it much easier for 𝗟𝗢𝗥 to level change and take him down, because ultimately, I feel like that's what 𝗟𝗢𝗥 wants to do in this fight. At some point, he's just not being rushed about it and allowing Conor Hughes to defend those takedowns easy.
I am curious about that strategy as well, if that is indeed the game plan from the Scottish camp. 𝗟𝗢𝗥 with 3 submission victories in his career. Conor Hughes with 4 submission victories in his career. To go with a couple of knockouts as well.
Staying calm for Conor Hughes right now is going to be very difficult.
Conor's got to be aware of that left kick as well. He's going high and to the body with it. Very easy for something like that to sneak through the guard and do some damage. Especially because the liver's open on that side, Story said.
𝗟𝗢𝗥 has showed it a couple times, but he hasn't thrown it full power or full speed, so you could surprise 𝗟𝗢𝗥 with it when he throws it faster.
That's another one of those things, if he keeps throwing to the body, that's going to try and suck Conor Hughes into maybe catching that kick, reaching for it in a desperation attempt to create some action. Again, it feels all very calculated from Dylan 𝗟𝗢𝗥. And there's the high kick attempt again.
And 𝗟𝗢𝗥 is staying calm, but if he's doing this for 3 rounds, he's losing the fight. So at a certain point, he's got to step it up, and he's got to have to commit more to his strikes. That's exactly what the 𝗟𝗢𝗥 wants.
Nicely chance snuck through there for Dylan 𝗟𝗢𝗥, whose unorthodox movement has really dictated the way this fight is happening in round number 1.
Oh, beautiful! And the left eye is immediately swelling up.
Conor Hughes through the heel.
Hook kick. Wow.
And now they're talking back and forth. He's having to reach deep into the old toolbox, pull out the hook kick. Oh, the blood pours from his nose.
Yeah, it's from the first left hand that 𝗟𝗢𝗥 landed. That beautiful short left hand. Out of danger. Here's the hook kick from 𝗟𝗢𝗥.
I love that kick.
Beautiful. So what we know is 𝗟𝗢𝗥 needs to change something, because else he's going to lose the second round again. We know what 𝗟𝗢𝗥 is going to do. He's going to do the exact same thing. More aggression from 𝗟𝗢𝗥 already. Coming forward.
That little sliding side kick's a really nice technique.
𝗟𝗢𝗥 is already standing more athletic, more bend in his knees to explode. Takedown attempt from 𝗟𝗢𝗥.
And you heard the cue from the corner. I think it was Stevie Ray in the corner that said, when you're ready, Dylan, when you're ready for this, a takedown attempt.
Great timing on that.
Leg battle going on here at the moment. Took trying to get a wrap on that left leg of Hughes. Hughes trying to keep it clear and trying to do something with those overhooks, even though that position's not ideal for him. Double underhooks for Dylan Took.
What you do, everybody in the gym, let's go.
Oh, beautiful knee there.
Sent that knee right up over the shoulder of Connor Hughes.
Very quick.
Good separation here from Hughes. Over a minute gone in the second round.
I think Chug's very happy with how this fight's going so far.
Go back under the gate, go back under the gate.
Then we're going to see Hughes taking some more risks now. You can see him starting to jog forward a little bit.
And confirming what Dan Hardy thought about the strategy, you can hear the corner of Dylan Took trying to draw Connor to saying when he commits, they want him to go underneath for another takedown attempt.
You know, and the laughing and smiling is all a part of this tactic as well. See, now Connor Hughes is not smiling back at him. He's not playful anymore. Now he's, oh, that was a beautiful left hand again.
Beautiful takedown from Took.
Used the body lock, used his right knee to stop the legs of Connor Hughes, and this is where we end up.
He's got the back. Trying to go around that leg from Hughes again.
Keep your hands together.
If he can't take him down, he can burn the clock. Because so far,
Wow, 2 hooks in.
Nice back take here.
Interesting.
And here's the body lock. Body triangle from Dylan Took.
And he's going to work that nose from the back, which is already sensitive. And the body triangle's locked in on the top side as well, which makes it much easier to control and keep.
And no room on that far side because of the fence for Connor Hughes to roll over and put the pressure on what for him is the correct side.
And one thing I'm going to draw your attention to, we've got Stevie Ray in the corner, the Scottish Twister himself. We need to be aware of what's going on here because you know Dylan Took has picked up that technique from Stevie Ray. Even though he's working on this rear naked choke right now, we know he's got that Scottish Twister in his back pocket as well.
And here it is. Look,
Yep.
that's when he takes that right leg and sends it to the, puts his instep on the far, behind the far knee of Connor Hughes. That's what that's setting up.
He is allowing him to turn in. Very, very interesting.
Stop there. Just keep cutting your shot.
This is that leg position I'm talking about. If Connor Hughes isn't careful and he tries to turn his body too aggressively toward Dylan Took to turn and face.
Good job from Hughes here.
Nice work by Hughes.
Great job from Took, though.
Took just ran right around and got back on the back.
It's the best version of Dylan Took I've ever seen, I've got to tell you. You know, his fights are always a lot of fun, but there's a level of crazy that sometimes makes him vulnerable, which we're not seeing right now. This is very, very measured by him.
Yeah, a lot of people question him. You know, you look at his record, 5 wins, 3 losses, 3 knockout losses, but by far the best performance from Dylan Took so far in his career.
And if anyone wants to see how tough Dylan Took is, watch his fight against Adam Ventry. He was dropped, he was hurt in that fight, and still came back to turn it around.
He's looking for a wrist right here. Trying to get a hold of the arm that Hughes is posturing on, but
30 seconds left. Another good round for Dylan Took.
he's very smooth on the ground. He's barely using any energy.
And just smothering pressure here, always staying heavy, making Connor Hughes react to what he is doing in the wrestling, now with the striking. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. All Dylan Took in the second frame.
2 rounds in the pocket for Dylan Took.
𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 already did his work tonight. He's watching this fight to find out who his opponent will be in Paris. Little show of sportsmanship there. Connor Hughes in the green, Dylan Took in the gray. Third and final round.
Talking to both of these guys, they're both aware that if they were in the same gym as training partners, they would be really, really good friends. But they keep this barrier up against one another. Now, you saw it just come down a second at the start of the third round there, that appreciation for one another. But then straight back to the game plan for Dylan 𝗘𝗏. On his bike, moving laterally, stinging his opponent.
Hughes trying to get into that right range and freeze the feet of Dylan 𝗘𝗏, but 𝗘𝗏 refuses to stay still.
I'd like to see Conor Hughes work the legs a little more at Dylan 𝗘𝗏, try and take some of this footwork away from him. 1 or 2 calf kicks could change this fight a lot, but again, with third round now, he's got to work fast.
Oh, very fast with that left hand, Dylan 𝗘𝗏.
Beautiful bump off the rear foot just to fire him across the center line and throw that left hand out.
And every time, sorry Dan, every time Conor Hughes plants his feet to try and turn on a powerful punch, 𝗘𝗏 just takes that as his cue to change levels, to grab a hold, and to create this exact situation right here.
Great game planning, really fantastic work, doing their research, understanding how to get into the game of an undefeated fighter like Conor Hughes. This is the work of James Doolan and Stevie Ray in the corner.
Beautiful takedown again from Dylan 𝗘𝗏. Love how he's attacking the legs when he's got a body lock.
And you can see that the long limbs of Dylan 𝗘𝗏 allow him to do this very readily. Grab that body triangle, and that just saps your ability to breathe, defend yourself.
Good job from Hughes there.
Hughes turning to the side where put that foot flat on the mat. There's Stevie Ray.
There we go. Stay on the choke and arm bar.
And you guys know what it's like.
He's got it. It's very tight.
That looks like it's across the face, but he's still going to squeeze for it.
You can still get it.
Slow exhale, 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 and lucky. Perfect time to let go of that, Dylan. Beautiful work.
I think I'd be tempted to work across the nose if I'd already done that kind of damage to my opponent. You can see him tapping at the nose, which is going to be really sensitive right now.
Hughes got to be so frustrated, undefeated, and he just can't get a hold of 𝗘𝗏 on the feet.
Well, it's a nightmare kind of fight when you're being smothered in these ground exchanges, and even when you do get back to the feet, an opponent is so elusive that you can't mount any meaningful offense. It's one thing to feel like your opponent is landing and doing damage to you, but if you can't do anything to them, it takes away everything. Dylan 𝗘𝗏 with an exclamation of his own.
He's having a good time in there.
Let's go, we've got a minute 30 left.
He's telling him you just wouldn't listen.
The referee admonishing 𝗘𝗏 for some colorful language there.
Yes.
Keeps diving for that rear naked choke every time. Conor Hughes is tucking his chin, but then he's dealing with the pressure across his nose.
Keep packing the shots, Dylan. Pack your shots, keep working that choke.
Less than 90 seconds now to go.
Keep working. Body shot, body shot.
I wonder if we're going to see some desperation here from Hughes, which is going to try and force turn into the guard of Dylan 𝗘𝗏 and get caught in that Scottish twister again. I'm still watching for that right foot of Dylan 𝗘𝗏 to wander across the center line and hook the far side knee. It'll be interesting to know what 𝗟𝗑𝗪 is making of this performance. How he's going to get his hands on him.
Keep the head tight. Keep the head tight.
Good job from 𝗘𝗏 staying active, giving the referee not even a chance to think about standing them up, burning the clock, being dangerous, still looking for submissions.
Keep it control.
30 seconds.
Completely shut down Conor Hughes. What a performance.
Clearly the best performance of Dylan 𝗘𝗏's career.
Yeah, and talk about surprises. Big surprise for me that 𝗘𝗏 is taking out Conor Hughes the way he's doing here tonight.
A previously undefeated Conor Hughes came into this fight in the minds of most as a favorite over Dylan 𝗘𝗏.
We go to the judges' scorecards. All three judges scored about 29-28. declaring your winner by unanimous decision and booking their place in the PFL Europe playoffs, Dylan 2!
What round did they give him?
The following is a special showcase bout in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 135.5 pounds and holds a professional record of 8 wins and 5 losses. Fighting out of Frankfurt, Germany, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗘𝗦! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 136 pounds and holds an undefeated professional record of 7 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Lewis the McGrillen-Evans! And your referee, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
McGrillen champing at the bit to get this thing started. He's in the yellow trunks, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗘 in the gray. McGrillen sprints across and takes control of the center of the smart cage, tries the left hand early.
Looking for a fast start here is McGrillen. Looking to back up. Oh, left hand lands. But 𝗟𝗏𝗡's attention.
Nice sharp inside leg kick there from 𝗟𝗏𝗡. The left hand has found its home a couple of times early.
He's taking those shots well though, my goodness.
Single leg attempt by 𝗟𝗏𝗡. Great defense from McGrillen. There's the left hand to the body.
Beautiful searching shot to the body there. Lovely takedown defense on that single leg. He's got to watch this knee from the clinch here.
You can see just the loose but precise way that McGrillen throws that straight left hand. He goes upstairs and down with it to the body, to the head. Another inside leg kick there.
Looks to me like he's trying to draw 𝗟𝗏𝗡 to throw now so he can counter. There we go. He's looking to counter that shot.
𝗟𝗏𝗡 still moving. He's worn a couple of those punches, apparently to no effect, and the right hand sneaks through for 𝗟𝗏𝗡.
Yes, felt the power, but he's firing right back. And look at the face from McGrillen, turning red.
Now
2 left hands.
Swinging away and a couple of wobbles there. That time 𝗟𝗏𝗡 caught McGrillen jumping in.
Beautiful variety with the left hand here, but 𝗟𝗏𝗡 is just standing, taking these shots.
Chin is an underrated weapon in the game of mixed martial arts, fellas.
Good right hand there for 𝗟𝗏𝗡. Pushing forward now, very interesting. Oh, good left from McGrillen there.
Caught the right timing as 𝗟𝗏𝗡 was turning his hips on the kick and off his feet. And look at the head snap back. Unbelievable.
I don't know how he's taking these shots. Most people would have been down now. And again,
there's another. And that can be very discouraging for a power puncher like McGrillen because he's landed 5 or 6 big clean shots already.
Clean shots.
He's just not only taking them, he's firing right back at him.
Nice work to the body there, switching his targets.
That right hand landed again for 𝗟𝗏𝗡, but he ate a left for his efforts. Lewis McGrillen hanging his chin out now, inviting 𝗟𝗏𝗡 to exchange.
Good shots from 𝗟𝗏𝗡 coming back here. Can't count him out, especially because he's taking these shots so well.
4 lefts in a row that land for McGrillen. A normal human being wouldn't be standing anymore, but 𝗟𝗏𝗡 will not oblige. Good counter again from the man from Tajikistan.
An uppercut and a hook from 𝗟𝗏𝗡. And now he's starting to land with his left. McGrillen obliges with the left of his own.
Oh, 2 left hand. How is he still standing?
He's calling him on.
About it.
𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗦 defying the laws of physics here.
McGrillen showing he's got a chin as well, taking some shots back from the tough Tajikistan fighter. Good takedown defense from McGrillen.
I'm gonna call him the 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦. The way he takes these strikes is unbelievable. Huge left hand, and he's wobbly now.
Frozen legs inside 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, at least momentarily. And we've seen McGrillen be patient in these situations before.
He has to be very patient with an opponent like this because he's doing everything to finish him.
How is he still standing?
Inside of 1 minute, 𝗟𝗨𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 taking everything that Louis McGrillen has to offer. There's a flying knee attempt.
30 seconds left. This has been ferocious from the start. Beautiful uppercut from McGrillen.
The pace is unreal. Good right hand there for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 again. His counters are on point.
You know, when you're willing to take a shot like the Korean Zombie is, you can put yourself in range to land counters regardless of what you're getting caught with. It's incredible that he stayed on his feet. I'd like to see McGrillen add some more things into his game, maybe some body kicks. But because this left hand is landing so well, you just keep going to it.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 has a little blood on the forehead, some blood running from his right ear. But just as eager as McGrillen to get to round number 2. Louis McGrillen.
Clean knockout!
Referee 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 calls a halt to the action at 12 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via knockout, Louis McGrillen! The following fight is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He went in officially at 159.1 pounds. In 21 professional fights, has built a record of 16 wins, 4 losses, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Gran Canaria, Spain, 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Out of the red corner, he is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 155.6 pounds and holds a record of 10 wins and a single loss. Fighting out of Riga, Latvia, 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘𝗦. The referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Rich Mitchell to oversee the action. 𝗟𝗨𝗘𝗦 in the green trunks, 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the gray.
Okay, you ready? You ready? Let's go.
And we just saw Louis McGrillen, but
Good.
Alex 𝗟𝗨𝗘 also has a lethal left hand. Look out for that one.
𝗟𝗨𝗘's very good at using that left hand for a variety of targets as well. Oh, that was a good left hook.
𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 with the left hook and then the level change immediately after. And here he is.
Oh, beautiful job by 𝗟𝗨𝗘.
𝗟𝗨𝗘 just rolls right through. But 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 now switching to a double here.
He's got his hands locked.
There's a serious problem on the floor is 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
It's very top heavy. Tires his opponents out. Takes him into deep waters.
This is really where we get to see 𝗟𝗨𝗘's defensive ground game here. We saw him dominating his PFL debut, striking and grappling, but now he's on the back foot here, trying to use that butterfly hook, but a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt on top of him. He's going to know what's coming.
He wants to move his hips towards the cage, but 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is controlling his hips. Good job here from 𝗟𝗨𝗘. Sit up and looking for the back from 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Wow. It's like he's reinventing Jiu-Jitsu in front of us right now. What's going on here?
He sat up, he elevated his head using the cage and is able to get himself out of a little bit of trouble, go on the attack here. 𝗘𝗨𝗣 now trying to settle into more of a side control position.
This is the danger zone. This is where 𝗘𝗨𝗣 wants to be. He wants to climb the back of 𝗘𝗨𝗣 and search for that neck.
He's got his leg wrapped up. Good job from 𝗘𝗨𝗣 to get on top.
Leg attack. Beautiful.
Nice scramble.
𝗘𝗨𝗣 staying on top in the scramble here. But 𝗘𝗨𝗣 continuing to try and work himself back to his feet.
𝗘𝗨𝗣 is doing a good job, but 𝗘𝗨𝗣 is not only a black belt, but physically very strong for this division as well. So it's a nightmare to get this man off of you on the ground. A little too hungry there, though, maybe, to jump on the back, but still got it.
These guys are relatively dry as well, which is going to create some friction in these scrambles, make it easier for 𝗘𝗨𝗣 to slow 𝗘𝗨𝗣 down.
He's got both hooks in there.
Watch the back of the head there.
It's going to be very difficult for 𝗘𝗨𝗣 to finish with the rear naked near the fence, though, but he's working towards it.
One arm under the neck here. Oh,
Made the
that's
lock
tight.
in.
It's getting tighter and tighter. 𝗘𝗨𝗣 trying to address that top arm, see if he can turn himself back in.
He may have it here. He's very deep.
Now that's way under the neck. 2 minutes left to work here.
It's going to be difficult
on 𝗘𝗨𝗣.
It's going to be very difficult to finish because he wants to stretch himself out, but the fence is in his back. Switches the arm,
yeah, goes through the left arm underneath the chin.
Incredible defense from 𝗘𝗨𝗣 here so far.
Great awareness, knowing where they're at in the cage, knowing that he can use that barrier.
And as you mentioned, Sean, 𝗘𝗨𝗣 did miss weight, which means that he might start to fade quicker in this fight if it goes into the second round. 𝗘𝗨𝗣 might have that in the back of his mind in this position with 90 seconds left.
You always got to be careful when you have a body triangle to not squeeze out your legs. I did that one time, and then I had 2 rounds left. Those were 2 very long rounds.
Yeah, making your legs feel really heavy. Makes everything else more difficult if your legs are tired.
There's that figure 4.
He's going back to the rear naked. Now he doesn't have the fence in his back. He's getting on top.
This is tight again.
Amazing.
He's struggling to get it under the chin of 𝗘𝗨𝗣, though.
Against a lot of opponents, he'd have submitted them 3 times already.
And every one of these failed attempts is a taxing on the back, the shoulder, the arm muscles of 𝗘𝗨𝗣. If 𝗘𝗨𝗣 can survive the C round number 2, we start to ask questions about the level of fitness on a guy who did not make weight.
And if you're 𝗘𝗨𝗣 preparing for 𝗘𝗨𝗣, you must have done hours and hours of this, rounds of this in training camp, preparing for this rear naked choke attack, sub-defense the whole time.
Definitely looks like that because his defense has been on point.
Final few seconds of this first round. It's been all 𝗘𝗨𝗣 since he got on the back.
I'm coming, right? I'm coming for that one. Barbecue and light heavyweights. Yeah, let's do it.
Alex 𝗘𝗨𝗣 in the green trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗣 in the gray.
There's the left hand from 𝗘𝗨𝗣. So fast with that.
I think we need to expect a knee from 𝗘𝗨𝗣. He's got that little bounce that allows him to power a knee on a level change.
He's showing it there.
Yep.
𝗘𝗨𝗣 is very patient, though, in all of his fights. When you watch him, he's really waiting for the right time. He's not taking any risks to run into a knee or whatever, waiting for the right time to take that, to get the takedown and then stay on top again and look for the submission. Nice right hand there, though.
Look at the movement of 𝗘𝗨𝗣's lead hand. This is why he lands his jab so well. He also has a really good left hook to the body, which we saw in his PFL debut, which I expect him to start working to this fighter. But seems to have slowed down. 𝗘𝗨𝗣 looks a little bit more heavy on his feet this time around. See if 𝗘𝗨𝗣 can keep that snap in his punches and make the most of it.
Right now, 𝗘𝗨𝗣 just content to throw one at a time, trying to hit these sniping shots. Big, nasty left kick to the left, I should say. Left leg of 𝗘𝗨𝗣.
He goes high. It only takes a couple of calf kicks to destroy that leg, take away all the movement from your opponent.
see Ďuďaj throw that right hand to the body again, expect him to come back up with the left hook to the head. He's a very calculated striker, and now you're seeing Ďuďaj reach and miss.
That's exactly what 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 wants, because his left-hand counter is beautiful.
Ďuďaj not respecting the threat of those knees from 𝗘𝗨𝗦 as you just saw him lower his head and kind of run forward. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 measured the distance and stayed out of range for the takedown attempt.
A jab there. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘's definitely growing in this fight.
Using a lot of feints as well, rear uppercut, rear knee. Showing his opponent a lot of different looks, trying to confuse him.
Ooh, nasty jab there. Good head movement there from Ďuďaj on the second.
That was a good jab, caught him moving in on that one.
Great movement again from 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘.
Beautiful right hand to the body again.
It looks so easy.
Right. I'm looking out for that left hook to the head. I think he's setting it up with that body shot.
Gorgeous straight right to the body, and that definitely dug deep to the internal organs of 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘. Great sprawl, immediate with the left hand. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 now getting back to work, getting a little bit more busy.
He wants to keep the pressure on. He doesn't want Ďuďaj to recover.
Lancing blow off the cuff. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 made the decision to just keep this going.
You can see he's enjoying himself here, 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘. Playing. Oh, look at that jab, wow. Oh.
He's throwing it by itself. I gotta believe that if he brought something right behind it, the second and third punch might land.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think it's going to be the second or third punch that gets through to Ďuďaj. He's certainly softened him up with that right hand to the body, but I think it's going to be the combination that gets the job done. But he's got to be careful that Ďuďaj doesn't level change when he steps into commit, because he was tangled up for almost the whole round in the first. Another good jab.
He's catching him coming in with that jab, and it turns it into a power punch. The left hook glanced off the top of the head of 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘, who's now in desperation mode, trying to get this fight to the ground in the final minute of the round.
Distance control from 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 is a beautiful thing to see.
There goes the left. ďuďaj is on skates. 𝗘𝗨𝗦 is unloading. Alex 𝗘𝗨𝗦 measuring the distance here. 25 seconds to work. Potentially saving himself in this fight. He was in serious trouble.
You can take away potentially, because that finish is right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The timing from ďuďaj, though, that's what he does in all his fights. You wait for the right moment. But
20 seconds to work. You've got to think 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘's going to feel confident that he's won this round if he just gets to the end and starts the third even stronger.
yeah, there's not enough control time for ďuďaj to win this round. And, you know, again, he loses a point because he missed weight. So 𝗘𝗨𝗦 is ahead right now.
Good point.
Round two, all Alex 𝗘𝗨𝗦 until those final 30 seconds. Certainly the judges are going to score round two in the favor of 𝗘𝗨𝗦. So 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 probably going to need a finish here if he wants to guarantee himself a win.
Two great leg kicks. ďuďaj to start the round. I think that's definitely something his corner told him. 𝗘𝗨𝗦 is standing on that front leg. It's available to be kicked.
I feel like 𝗘𝗨𝗦's starting to wait on that knee again. He tried the uppercut on that takedown and landed cleanly, which is why, oh, there it is again. It's why ďuďaj was able to finish the takedown, but 𝗘𝗨𝗦 keeps bouncing, lowering his level. I expect that rear knee to come through at any moment.
Beautiful level change. 𝗘𝗨𝗦𝗘 with the wrestling here.
Could he be on a guillotine here?
𝗘𝗨𝗦 was thinking about it, but then ďuďaj was already so far in the takedown, and now he's on his back again. Going for an arm triangle here.
Corner team of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 telling him to calm down here and settle into this position.
Dan Hardy been brushing up on his Spanish, obviously, because they are cornering him in Spanish.
I didn't notice that until afterwards, I'll be honest.
Then what happens when 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 wins this round and they both win a round?
So in this circumstance, if we assume that they get to the scorecards here and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 wins the first and last round, that would put him 1 point ahead on the scorecards, which means that the point deduction will bring this fight to a draw. And because 𝗘𝗨𝗥 missed weight, the tiebreaker means he can't qualify to move forward.
So it's 𝗘𝗨𝗥 when it's a draw.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 when it's a draw.
Very interesting.
Good shoulder pressure here.
This is a nightmare for 𝗘𝗨𝗥 to have 𝗘𝗨𝗥 on top of him like this. Good job to control the wrist, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥's got the back. Nice job.
So good at tangling his opponents up and just dragging them back down to the mat anyhow, because he's confident in any of these positions.
Trying to scoot his hips out. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 getting back on top.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 was able to get to him.
Oh, beautiful job by 𝗘𝗨𝗥.
𝗘𝗨𝗥 just bowls him back over.
And these are the moments where people missing weight seems to have an advantage in these fights. You've got to think, you know, 𝗘𝗨𝗥 was a couple of 3 pounds overweight. We've got to acknowledge and balance that advantage when it comes to fight time. Referee calling for more action from the top position.
Moving the side control here. It's interesting though, because the only thing 𝗘𝗨𝗥 needs to do is survive this round, then he wins the fight and he moves on into the semis.
Correct. Although he's not going to want to finish, he's not going to want to win the fight in that circumstance.
100%, but I wonder if he's aware of that though right now.
He's not going to get 2 checks in that circumstance either. So 𝗘𝗨𝗥 with 90 seconds to try and make something happen. And look, 𝗘𝗨𝗥's in control here. 10 submissions in his pro victories. He's absolutely a threat on 𝗘𝗨𝗥's back. His fate is in his own hands if he can take it out of the judges' scorecard with a submission victory here.
1 minute to go. This is very frustrating for 𝗘𝗨𝗥.
I also wonder if 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is aware that he needs to finish the fight to continue in the bracket.
All of the rules were
beautiful takedown again.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All of the rules were explained to these fighters, so 𝗘𝗨𝗥 may even feel pressure to get a finish here just to make sure he can progress to Paris. The other thing we have to consider that second round may well have been scored a 10-8, given the fact that it was very one-sided.
If it hadn't been for the takedown, I'd probably agree with you. Now look at this armbar attempt here. 𝗘𝗨𝗥 works his way around, but is not able to fall back on it.
He's so smooth on top, and every single time 𝗘𝗨𝗥 looks to be getting back to his feet, he put him right back on his back. Going for a north-south choke, maybe.
Won't have enough time to make it happen.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Earlier this week, 𝗘𝗨𝗥 missed weight and came into this contest with a 1-point deduction. Bearing that in mind, the judges scored this bout 28-28, declaring it a unanimous draw. But advancing to the PFL Europe playoffs, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. The following fight is a PFL Europe lightweight contest. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a kickboxing specialist and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 155.9 pounds and has a professional record of 6 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Marseille, France, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗪𝗍𝗓. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 155.7 pounds, and his record consists of 6 victories and a single defeat. Fighting out of Dubai by way of Cork Island, John the Ripper Mitchell. Your referee in charge, Thomas Bronner.
Mitchell in the green trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 in the gray trunks. Ireland versus France.
Ready, ready, fight.
Winner moves on to Paris. Touch of the gloves.
Both of them are great strikers, but Mitchell's got a great takedown and a very good ground game, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the takedown right away.
Almost on cue there from Stefan Struve. Mitchell now pressing for this takedown.
He's happy to corner a little bit, you know.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 with the double underhooks here, now attacking the neck in that front headlock position. Mitchell spins out of it.
Nice attack from the reach.
There's a nice scramble there. That's exactly what I was talking about. John Mitchell now is at least he sold that takedown. He can start feinting that and mixing up his attacks, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, you just can't count him out with those submissions, even though he preferred to strike.
Another takedown attempt here from Mitchell. Same cow catcher from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Yeah. I was on his back though.
Mitchell did a great job spinning, landing himself on top. Now steps over the legs.
Gathers the legs, keeps them off the canvas, makes it very difficult for his opponent to scramble here, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 is starting to get his guard back. Got to be aware of that triangle from the bottom.
Mitchell's denying his right leg to get out though. Full guard for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Also has an overhook as well over the right arm of John Mitchell here.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 is keeping his legs closed, his guard closed. So if you do that and you're in this position, you're keeping yourself on your back. You're not trying to get back to your feet, and that's what he needs to be looking for, unless he wants to be on his back for the rest of the round. But with John Mitchell in your guard, I don't think that's what you want to do, because the Ripper has got some nasty ground and pound.
You see John Mitchell keep trying to square his opponent's shoulders up to the fence, making it uncomfortable, putting his head against the fence. There you go, you can see him circling back. So he's the soles of his feet are to the center of the smart cage. That makes it a lot more difficult for his opponent to hip out and start to attack from his back. And also makes it very uncomfortable with his neck up against the fence, as we can see here.
It's a good choice from Mitchell, because when your opponent keeps his guard closed and he's not trying to get back up, you put him against the back of, with his back against the fence, and you can attack, you can throw punches, because there's no threat of him getting up.
2 minutes left in round number 1.
Don't grab the cage, don't grab the cage, push the thing.
John Mitchell content to work inside the guard of Yassim 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
You see the referee a couple of times has warned 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 for getting his toes in the fence and starting to try and circle himself off. That shows you his frustration at being trapped up against the fence as he is. That was a nice short hook from the bottom.
And a good right hand from the top in response.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 trying to keep himself away from the fence here.
That was a nice combination.
Yeah.
Short shots, a left and a right from the top position there.
I think that's exactly what Mitchell needs to be doing, because 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 is pulling him towards him, but he's able to create space for a little bit and let his hands go.
Mitchell can get his hips forward like that and his head up. There's some horsepower on those strikes from the top.
And it seems to be the third punch that gets through. He goes right, left, right, and the third one is, we've got to watch out for those hips kicking out. He seems to be opening up the guard with the first 2 shots to power the third one down the center line.
You don't see those kicks a lot anymore, those kidney kicks. Gracie kicks.
People underestimate how painful they can be.
But again, they also keep you on your back, where you don't really want to be, especially when you're a 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 with the striking resume he has.
Main droite, cadrage. Pied sur la hanche. Me manque le pied sur la hanche. Mets-toi sur le côté comme il faut.
He's doing a good job not taking too much damage, though. Keeping Mitchell close to him. Mitchell's able to explode now and then, but he hasn't really done any big damage.
A workman-like round for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 Mitchell there, making sure he's got that first round in the bag, dominating from top position.
Round two of a possible three. John Mitchell in the green trunks, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗨𝗘 in the gray.
I'd be tempted
left hook there for Mitchell.
Yeah, that was fast. I'd be tempted to start feinting takedowns now if I was John Mitchell. Even though he didn't do a huge amount of damage in the first round, he established the fact that the level change is there, and he might be able to get 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 ducking onto something. Lovely footwork there from the Frenchman.
Both men trying to work behind the jab here in the early part of round number two.
On a single leg here for John Mitchell.
Cow catcher again for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Mitchell's got his hands closed, though. Trying to close his hands around both legs, but back to the single.
I wonder if he's going to do the roll through again. That was pretty slick.
Almost had it. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's able to defend, though. Good defense from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 like this, but this is the danger when you use the cow catcher. When your opponent goes to a double and closes his hand, he's going to put you right on your back. He's got a submission here, though.
Got the head of Mitchell stuck in his armpit, but Mitchell's able to extract it.
See, now there's pressure on 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 because he can accept the first round on his back and he can accept the fact that he's down a round, but if he goes down 2 rounds, he has to get a finish in the third. Like, that means he's going to probably open his guard more this round, try and take some more chances to scramble, and ultimately I feel like John Mitchell wants him to try and scramble so he can take his back. This is all a softening up process, keeping him square against the fence, trying to get him to open his guard with these power shots.
It's one of the first lessons I always teach my students. When someone's in your guard and he's throwing strikes, don't keep your legs closed, because you're keeping him right there where he wants to be. He can rain down on you, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 seems to be happy in close guard, trying to keep Mitchell to him as much as possible. But he's definitely losing the rounds like this.
Well, this is where Stefan Struve was a surprise for his opponents, because they always try and take him down to get around his reach, and then he starts subbing them from his back. Right? You were always active off your back up against the fence.
Yeah, that's definitely, like I always fought guys who were more athletic, stronger than me, so I had to find a way. When we are thrown in a gym with big heavyweights when you're 16 years old, you'll find a way.
Well, you did. Most people wouldn't, though, Stefan. Let me assure you of that.
I was very persistent. I would find a way. Beautiful sweep there, yeah. Great job from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
And now we get back to Struve.
Beautiful job.
Okay, back to his feet. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗘 with a really excellent sweep. Uses that scramble as an opportunity to get back to where he's more comfortable. Wings an overhand right.
Just under 2 minutes to work now. That was a good move, but you can see 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 still not really opening up too much, expecting the level change.
Mitchell's trying to disguise all these takedown attempts behind the strike, doing a good job of it. Once again.
And 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 doesn't really have a different answer for the single leg attempts for Mitchell, and ends up on his back again. This is kind of what Stevie Ray used to submit Anthony Pettis, but he's not able to get the angle.
Heading towards the last minute of the second round, you've got to feel like John Mitchell is up 2 rounds on the scorecards at the end of the second.
Yeah, 100%. So I definitely want to see more urgency from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Try to go back to those butterfly hooks. Try to go back for the sweep. But every single time he moves his hips, it's Mitchell who moves with him.
This is an old school Matt Hughes style of MMA.
I like what he did there. He used great finds to get Mitchell his legs backwards and create space for those butterflies, but he's not able to get it this time.
See that frustration from
𝗟𝗏𝗏. Trying to box the ears of John Mitchell. Mitchell sends a couple of right hands down the middle to correct that behavior.
I wonder if there's any additional pressure here. I wonder if there's any additional pressure here for 𝗟𝗏𝗏 because the next round is in Paris. Like, would he like to be the Frenchman on the card representing?
He can continue to use that jab, but I want to see him move forwards instead of backwards like he did in the first 2 rounds.
Sean O'Connell, Stefan Struve, Dan Hardy beside the PFL Smart Cage here in Berlin, Germany. John Mitchell, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗦 inside. Mitchell is in the green trunks and more than likely up 2 rounds to 0 on the scorecards right now.
There's a very close lead uppercut from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘. You can see feints from John Mitchell, but 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 is waiting for him, and he beautiful setup there, fired the right hand and set the uppercut up. There's the level change out in the center this time. Beautiful sprawl from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘.
Great defense from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘. He's got a front headlock. Let's see if he's going to attack. Well, takes the back with it. Nice job, nice roll from Mitchell, though. Who's going to end up on top? Important scramble here. Mitchell gets a hold of the leg, but 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 is gone. Nice job.
Small victory there for 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘, who in those situations in both rounds 1 and 2 ended up on his back.
The difference of trying to take your opponent down out in the center compared to up against the fence. See, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘, he likes to fight off the fence, which makes it easier to put him in these positions. As you said, Stefan, it would be better for him to push forward and try and hold the center, if nothing else, but to make the takedowns more difficult for Mitchell. Nice switch there attempt.
Great reaction from Mitchell, though. He's got a guillotine, but he doesn't have the right angle, it seems, to finish it.
He might squeeze on a submission that's not available here.
I don't think Mitchell minds this position right now. He's burning the clock. He knows he's got 2 rounds in the bucket. Beautiful sweep again from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 there.
Mitchell kicks back over and winds up inside control.
Let's see if he goes for it. Pops his head out.
John Mitchell inside control, I believe, for the first time in this fight, correct?
Yeah, he's just been in the guard of 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 so far. So let's see if he's going to take any risk or if he's comfortable sitting out the round, because he knows he won the first 2.
He's going to try and get his leg free from this half guard and try and either take mount or force 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 to turn his back with that shoulder pressure. And then that right leg becomes the first hook of the rear naked choke position.
Trying to get a reaction from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 with the shoulder pressure, but 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘's got a butterfly again, but chooses full guard over that.
Be interested to know what 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗦 makes of this performance. If he feels like he gets stuck in these positions like he was for parts of the fight against 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗘. Under half a round to go now. I think the referee's going to start calling for some action soon here.
The corner from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 is changing their tone. Pretty sure that means stand up, but no success for 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 here.
90 seconds left in the 3rd and final round of this lightweight regular season contest. Winner moves on to Paris.
Nice work with the legs of Mitchell to nullify those butterfly hooks. Back in the open guard now of 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘, trying to land some shots. 1 minute to go, just over.
𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘's very active off his back, but it's not going to win you the fight. Trying to create space. Mitchell's not giving him any space, though.
Yes, John, come on.
45 seconds remain in the third round. Rouge needs to finish. Mitchell knows he's got this fight in the pocket if it stays here.
Short 3 shots again from the guard. John Mitchell in the last 30 seconds trying to put a stamp on this round. Got a smile on his face as he's taking these shots from guard bottom.
There's Alex Chizo.
Oh, nice right hand snuck through there.
That was nice.
John Mitchell. Little exclamation point in the later part of this fight. Good hammer fist.
Yes. Powerful hammer fist. And Rouge is laughing at him, but you can laugh all you want. You just lost the fight.
Mitchell swings away to the final bell.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision and clinching their place in the PFL Europe playoffs, John Mitchell. The following fight is a bantamweight contest in the PFL Europe regular season. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 134.8 pounds. In 50 professional fights, he has earned a record of 11 wins and 4 losses. Fighting out of St. Gallen, Switzerland, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 135 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 8 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Mlambo, Sweden, your referee judge, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Bortoluzzi in the gray trunks, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏 in the yellow, Dan Hardy, I'm Sean O'Connell, and Smooth Simeon Powell, guest commentator for this fight. Bortoluzzi in the southpaw stance.
This fight really is a mystery to me. I know what they're both very capable of, but I just don't know how they're going to approach this. Does 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏 use his grappling to enforce a battle on the floor and shut Kenji Bortoluzzi down? There's the level change there. Bortoluzzi trying to drag him to the floor here.
Immediately, 𝗟𝗘𝗏 tries the ground and pound and now working his way to the back. Heavy hands with the left hand there.
I've got to think Bortoluzzi was expecting this ferocity and this strength early on.
Simeon Powell, you got Bortoluzzi now carrying the weight of 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏. How are you coaching him through this?
He's just got to feel with the physicality of 𝗟𝗏𝗏, but as you can see, the pressure is quite heavy.
He's a scary individual and he's got great punching power as well as grappling skills. But Kenji from the outside, picking at him with kicks and stifling this early attack, might be the smart way to go. If 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗏 starts to lunge in too recklessly, he might get tangled up, and you just never know what the Swiss submission wizard's going to pull out of his back pocket.
You see 𝗟𝗏𝗏 throwing bad intentions on every one of those punches, loading up heavy, right hand snuck through there. Bortoluzzi has gone, Simeon, lead leg, body, and head kick. What's he trying to set up?
Lovely uppercuts in the clinch there. Simeon, what do you do with it when you've got someone like powerful that's trying to close range on you, being the taller fighter?
You got to keep that good footwork. You got to keep him away, keep pumping out that jab, keep him thinking. Eventually, he will slow down, and then you just find your moment.
Kind of a long game approach for Bortoluzzi then.
Most definitely. 𝗟𝗏𝗏 is very physical, and I reckon he's going to have to do it the long way.
UFC vet 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 in the corner of 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗘𝗦 as well, who's becoming a world-class coach by the day.
Shin landed across the midsection there. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 has gone back to that body kick a few times already. He's found some success.
I tell you, man, Kenny Florian was on the money with these keys to victory.
You let Kenny do the keys to victory?
That was a nice left hand that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 landed there. See this awkward movement from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 on the outside, Sim. Like you can just see it being a bit difficult for 𝗟𝗏𝗏 to deal with.
You can see the dynamic changing already. Like Taleb's, he's taking a few steps back now.
And in the open stances like that, the parrying of the lead hand, right? Like doing that hand jockeying, that can set things up for both fighters. Whoever can win that battle.
For sure.
Oh, scooping uppercut from the rear hand. And then Kenji responds with an overhand left.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's done.
Referee 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 calls a halt to the action at 3 minutes and 26 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO and clinching their place in the PFL Europe playoffs, 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏𝗘. The following is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He went in officially at 136.3 pounds and holds a professional record of 9 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Gran Canaria, Spain, Rashid Haas.
Relive.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 135.8 pounds and in 18 professional fights has built a record of 13 victories and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, Frans Black Mamba Mlambo. The referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Frans Mlambo in the yellow trunks, Rashid Haas in the gray. 3 5-minute rounds. The winner is headed to Paris, France.
Let's go.
For a bantamweight semifinal appointment.
Now the calmness and composure of Frans Mlambo can sometimes make his opponents a little too relaxed. They feel like they're going to start off with a steady round and then wham, he'll hit them with something that they didn't expect. He's very, very slick and very calm. I feel like Rashid Haas is going to be the one that pulls the trigger first here, and it's going to be very difficult to catch him with something.
Low kick there from Mlambo.
Over there for me.
Already
Frans, over here
a warning on the eye poke.
Time out. Stay here for me, 1 second. Swinging like this, you've got to be careful. Keep your fist closed. Stay there. Yeah, no problem. Can I have a towel, please?
Mlambo requested a towel to wipe away some Vaseline.
Frans, do you need the doctor?
No. Just got a bit of
No problem, no problem.
Rich Mitchell making sure everything's okay with the eye.
You've got plenty of time, Frans.
Yep, scraped it.
Open hand slap there.
Tell me when you're ready, yeah?
And you can see Mlambo with the admonishing look like, hey guy, gotta close that fist.
Okay,
He'll be a referee when he retires.
Let's go.
Show sportsmanship on the restart here. 40 seconds gone. Haas with the level change, able to plant Frans Mlambo on his back, and he's right inside control.
A lot of pressure on the neck here for Mlambo to deal with. Haas had both his knees off the ground. His full body weight is on the neck. He's got a fun flu, but beautiful job by Mlambo going straight for a guillotine here.
Still working on it against the submission specialist here. He looks like he might be confident to take a bite of this guillotine here.
Mlambo trying to elevate that elbow, but now has to let go.
Good job from Haas using his butterfly to lift Mlambo.
Back to the feet here after a quick scramble on the ground.
Oh, I heard that bang against his knee. That's going to discourage him from throwing that low kick again.
This time he goes up high with the lead leg. Rashid Haas trying to dictate the pace of this fight early.
He's a very tricky individual, is Rashid Haas. He flows in through strikes from the outside, but when it hits the floor, that submission attack is continuous. I was impressed that Frans was able to get something to discourage him from continuing that top pressure. Nice.
Beautiful takedown.
Right into the takedown, and the corner was asking for it. Once again, all the way over to the side.
He's wise to it this second time around, is Haas. Oh, arm triangle.
Very quick with setting up these submissions.
Be aware of that right elbow
Love seeing this kind of style of grappling.
Look at John Kavanagh in the corner of Frans Mlambo.
Think about getting that right elbow back under the chin.
Khawi's keeping his hands really tight into the side of Frans Mlambo's body as well, keeping his head on the canvas so he can't escape that arm. Mlambo manages to squeeze it underneath
Mindful
there.
of that right elbow position.
Still in side control here.
Good job.
Goes back to the shoulder pressure. He'll try to pass his knee over the belly of Frans Mlambo to attain the mount. Stop sign for now from Frans Mlambo's left leg. Now trying some knees from the bottom.
Yeah, just a little bit close to have any kind of impact on them, but now Haas returns. Trying to slide that knee across into mount again.
You're going all the way with that.
90 seconds remain in this round.
Watch that right elbow positioning.
Mlambo's got his arm underneath Haas. He's going to try to bump him up and move towards where his legs are now. But Haas is recognizing it. Going to full mount. He's got to watch out for the triangle here. He's got the arm lock. He's got an arm triangle too.
It's just a little bit too high to create enough pressure, I feel, with the arm triangle. But it's going to certainly solidify his mount position if he's able to clear that leg. Something else for Frans Mlambo to think about. You can see Mlambo's actually got a hand on his ankle trying to slow that mount, down a little bit.
Okay, you're good.
Clever work from Mlambo.
Mlambo campaigning to the referee. Might be better served to use that energy to try and get up.
You know, it might be a psychological ploy to get his opponent moving. Complaining to the referee, complaining to the opponent that he's not doing enough. He might then open up. So he's looking for this arm. I'm telling you, those limb attacks is something that Mlambo's got to be very careful of.
Use that leg swing and get to the single.
With the body type from Mlambo, it's always very difficult to get back to guard because your legs and your arms are that long, and Haas is doing a really good job controlling him.
Final few seconds here of round one, and Rashid Haas will finish on top.
Three good grapplers, though, from what we've seen so far. Spain's putting itself on the map as a grappling country right now.
Specifically Gran Canaria. We got to take a trip.
Canary Jiu-Jitsu.
Side push kick there from Frans Mlambo. Using the southpaw stance. Trying to go to the body with the right hand there.
Those pulls in their own right hand. Yes.
Oh, nice. Tries to pull him onto that left hook. Oh, body shot.
Nice right hand from Mlambo.
That one hurt.
Keep that going. Keep that going.
And again, we go back to the weight miss. You've got to think Rashid has had an awful time trying to get on the scales at the right weight. Any body shots are going to really drain him. Lovely management of range by Mlambo as he backs up, firing shots. Interesting little kick to the inside of the leg that he's doing there.
Here comes the charge. Long-range weapons.
Just out of range is Mlambo. I was just about to say, I feel like he's going to start trying to set up that high kick. The ability to switch stance on Mlambo's side is a real benefit.
Snap in there.
Now has switching stances, trying to open up his low kick attack.
Yes.
Here comes that level change in the charge
That's much better.
from Rashid Haas. Mlambo knew to shrug it off that time.
Rashid fingers. Yes, Frans.
Combination from
Why didn't you
Mlambo.
finish with that
Haas
shot?
stays outside of the ring.
Stop. Don't take the
Go over there. Rashid, you are swinging with your fingers open. You're swinging like this.
This is going to be the last
Hold your
warning
fist. You understand? No more. You ready?
for Haas.
Nice work from the referee there. Seeing it before it's another eye poke and a problem. Making sure Rashid Haas closes the fist. Mlambo takes advantage of the restart. Spinning back kick there.
You know, and a part of the problem is that Mlambo's out of range, so Haas is doing everything he can to at least get something, even if it's a fingertip, to make contact with his opponent. That was a good front kick to the midsection from Haas.
Oh, beautiful head kick from Haas. Mlambo doesn't agree.
Mlambo on the neck again.
Good job from Haas, popping his head out.
Still got those double underhooks though. Mlambo needs to do something about that body lock.
Keep those little shots.
Those shots are really annoying, especially when they're to the ear. They hurt a lot.
Nice knee to the thigh as well there. Good balance from Mlambo.
Mlambo sees the wobble. Now on the attack.
Good level change.
He's on a guillotine, a high elbow.
Beautiful
Finish
defense.
the neck. Can he step over? No. Rashid Haas scrambles out of danger for now.
Beautiful defense by Rashid Haas.
Still on the neck. Haas is still wobbly. Head's still not clear from that big right hand from Mlambo. Now Mlambo's lunging. He's got to be careful he doesn't walk onto something. Looks for the body shot again.
Good job from Haas to close the distance. He does not want to get hit like that again. Nice takedown by Haas.
And once again lands right inside control now to the mount. If Rashid Haas can keep his left knee down. Mlambo recovers one leg.
Something else that we have to consider is that these strikes from the bottom are scoring, especially when Rashid Haas is not doing as much from the top position. When these positions start to get stagnant, the judges will start to lean in the direction of the fighter that's striking and trying to do something. We've seen this a lot more since the rule change a few years ago.
Well, especially now with less
He's
than a minute left in the round for Rashid Haas. I mean, he got wobbled pretty bad in this round, so just finishing in a controlled position is not going to guarantee you a win in the round.
Absolutely not.
He tried to mount. Mlambo negated that, so Haas settles for side control.
25 seconds.
You've got to think Mlambo was closest to a submission with that guillotine attempt as well.
Then go away.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2 here. Frans Mlambo nearly able to finish Rashid Haas, but Rashid will finish on top.
Absolutely he does. Puts pressure on him, of course. But then, you know Frans Mlambo is going to want a conclusive victory here. He's going to want a finish.
Little hug.
Don't give him an underhook.
You can't deny him 3 times.
Mlambo in the southpaw stance. Francesco Nuzzi, one half of our main event, watching on intently.
That left kick again from Haas.
Haas is able to get inside, temporarily grabbed a leg, but Mlambo clinches onto the neck immediately, and now Haas is trying to extricate himself from this clinch.
That left head kick from Haas is very fast. Beautiful level change.
Dialed in here.
That was a lovely takedown by Haas. Elevated his leg high enough so he could take the base foot off the floor as well.
Keep that bicep, keep the left underhook.
Mlambo's going to be incredibly frustrated with himself if this round gets stalled out or he gets beaten by decision. Keeps trying to find that long hook to right hand.
Inside leg kick there, took the feet right out from under Frans Mlambo. Slip on that one as well.
3.5 minutes, Frans. Let's work to his outside.
Mlambo feints into the body there. He looks a little bit hesitant given the fact that Haas has got such fast level changes. And we've got some blood on the above the eye of Mlambo.
Mlambo caught an airborne Haas, but Haas wrestling his way out of trouble potentially.
He's got a guillotine though.
Frans Mlambo.
Wow.
I mean, Rashid Haas was on autopilot there.
You could see it. He was just driving for the takedown to try and get to a safe position for a moment. You've got to think that is going to sway this judge's scorecards in this last round. Just approaching half a round to go. Frans Mlambo may have just taken over this third round, and he's clamped onto that arm as well.
He's got to be careful. Haas is going to move into full mount.
Keep that half guard.
Frans Mlambo has got to get himself up off the mat if he wants the judges to give him the credit he deserves for that knockdown.
Flatten her back here, Frans.
Right to the mountain here for Rashid Haas.
Incredible considering how hurt he was with that shot, but Mlambo finds himself in top position.
Beautiful reversal.
Haas got too high. Now Frans Mlambo has 2 minutes to work from the top.
He's got your head again. Take the hand off your head.
Let's see how much Mlambo's got left in the tank and if he's really going to change the finish in this fight. I wonder what's going through his head with the point deduction. Like, how is he feeling? What is he thinking?
Exactly. What's the scenario that he's getting? He's right there in front of his own corner. John Kavanagh is a foot away from him, coaching him through this. Is he telling him to go for the finish? Is he telling him to stay in this top position?
Let him grab your head.
At the moment, it seems there's a lot of anti-jiu-jitsu coming from John Kavanagh in the corner. Get his hand off the back of your head, get his feet off your hips. It's a good attempt here. He's putting it into the triangle, my goodness.
It's going to be very difficult to finish against the fence. He's barely any space, but he's locking it up.
Decided to punch with the right hand instead of getting it back inside the guard.
I think there's a lot of space in that triangle. I think Mlambo feels far more confident there than we do.
He's on the wrong angle. Rashid Haas needs to try and finish this thing.
The benefit of using the fence to keep your opponent crammed. Haas is going to have to circle his hips out one way or the other.
30 seconds, Frans. May as well just stay there. Just stack it. Yes.
25 seconds to go. I think Mlambo's going to pull his way out of this in a moment, land a few strikes through the center line. See how good Haz's control is of the upper body of Mlambo. Going again to tighten that triangle up. 10-second clap has gone.
There's a couple right hands from Mlambo. I don't think this triangle is going to finish in that short time or in this position.
Should we go to the judges' scorecard? Rashid Haas missed weight earlier in the week and therefore has a 1-point deduction going into this contest. With that in mind, the judges scored this bout 29-27, 29-27, and 28-28, making your winner via majority decision and securing their place in the PFL Europe playoffs, Frans Mlambo. The following the PFL Europe regular season contest in the women's flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a jiu-jitsu specialist and stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.4 pounds and holds a record of 6 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw. Fighting out of Brussels, Belgium, the Pineapple 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.5 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 3 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Gelsenkirchen, Germany, The referee in charge, Thomas Bronda.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the red, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗑 in the gray. Touch of the gloves and we are underway.
Straight away, 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗑 coming out with a low stance, prying with the jab. Oh, that was a nice counter left hook from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Margaret's able to press 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 She-Hulk into the cage here. Trying to set up a takedown.
Is this expected, Dakota? Is she expecting this in every one of her fights because she's a kickboxer, do you think?
I mean, you never know until you get in there, you know. I think you can't plan too much for somebody. Things can change so quickly.
That's very true. We've seen some surprises tonight, that's for sure. Such a strong opening here for 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗑. She's working herself to top position. She's past the guard, tied up one of the arms.
Tied up both of the arms here. She's got that crucifix position. Marina 𝗘𝗨𝗥 is trying to kick her way off the smart cage barrier. See if she can get her left arm free.
She's almost in a position to set up an armbar from the bottom here if she's able to get that right leg in front of her opponent's face like this.
More right hands from the Belgian fighter on top as 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 continues to try with the flexibility to isolate that left arm of 𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. German crowd is showing some appreciation for the local favorite here, fighting way out of a bad position, at least temporarily.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 is going to have to watch out for that right arm. She identified the arm triangle potential there and she brought her arm in the right position, but with the pressure, you can see her almost wanting to use that right hand to push 𝗟𝗏𝗏's head out the way so she can alleviate the pressure, which makes her more vulnerable for the arm triangle, or in fact, the Americana.
Dakota, we know that every fighter is always trying to round out their game, get comfortable in every position, but when you're a striker by trade and you find yourself shoulders flat on the mat, how intense is the urge to just belly out and stand up?
I mean, I'm not sure I can say much because sometimes I can get up from putting my belly down. Yeah, I mean, here it's showing just a little bit of experience, I think. You know, she's being patient though. For 18 years old, she's patient. She's still in there.
You know, I think the longer this fight goes, the more 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑's confidence is going to grow as well.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, she's looking comfortable still. Oh, shots.
As 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 trying to come up, 𝗟𝗏𝗥 hit her with a straight right hand to send her back down to her back and once again into side control.
She's doing a good job building frames. She's being very aware with that right knee to make sure 𝗟𝗏𝗥 can't easily pass to mount here, although 𝗟𝗏𝗥 is really trying to force the point.
Yeah, she's doing well to get that frame under the chin, but she's just flat on her back, like you said. She needs to get to one side, I think.
She got to one side here and is rewarded with a bunch of hammer fists from the top. Now some nasty ground and pound. Strong work from the top position here. 90 seconds remaining.
Good, consistent work here from 𝗟𝗏𝗢𝗏. She's starting to find her way through the guard here. 𝗑𝗏𝗏's had hard fights on GMC and Gelsenkirchen. That was nice. Whipping hammer fist from the bottom. Just for a moment made 𝗟𝗏𝗏 consider what she was doing.
She looked a little bit stunned off that shot at first.
Never underestimate anything after Kevin Holland knocked out 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 from that position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up to that point in commentary, I'd always say, well, if they're striking from the bottom, they're running out of options. And then, and then that happened. You just never know what's going to happen in mixed martial arts. It's constantly developing.
Strong work here from the top position of 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. She is just making sure most of the strikes on top are meaningful, moving the guard first.
What are you doing in this position, Dakota?
I mean, from the bottom, she's a lot taller. She should be able to, you know, get a little bit of distance, push with that knee. But she's kind of getting the knee there, but still holding on with her hand. She needs to separate.
That means it was an accident. That means it was good luck.
It was dominant.
She's just not willing to lie about it. Round 2 here. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the gray, Marina 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the red.
Okay, 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏 a bit more pep in the step here. If that lands a low kick, takes the right hand. You've got to think 𝗟𝗏𝗏's going to be trying to level change again after the success that she had in that first round. Nice calf kick. Oh! That lead check hook that she's using is very nice.
We've seen that successful for fighters earlier in the night. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 finished a fight with that. Frans Mlambo had 2 near finishes.
Good timing. Do you have it in your mind at all that you might face one of these two fighters at some point, Dakota? Are you just focused on 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 right now?
I mean, I'm just focused on picking up my money at the Dumping Arena.
He's already spent the 100,000.
Yeah, I mean, if I haven't, my family definitely have anyway.
Well, they all work hard to get you to where you are, so I'm sure you don't mind cheering.
Yeah.
Nice rubber guard here from Lorena 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏, slowing 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 down. She's got a kind of a mission control. She needs to get underneath her heel, really. And you see 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 pull out, but she's got to watch for these up kicks as well.
Dakota, you think she's bought herself enough space to try and stand up right now, or does she need to kick away more?
No, I wouldn't risk it yet.
You know, these are the moments where wrestling up is always a benefit, I think.
Definitely, I think she needs to go back because she's got a little room there to get to the cage. That's probably her best bet right now.
Do you prefer defending a takedown up against the fence? Do you find that more comfortable?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I think it helps a lot. You definitely buy yourself a little bit more time. If it's in the centre of the cage, you have to react, you know, within seconds. But
do you think 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏's feeling much of a strength advantage here based on the age of the two? Mind, look at that bruise on the calf. Can you see that?
I mean, I spotted that straight away. She landed a few nice calf kicks, you know, but it's just that takedown. If she can get herself back up, she can be in it again. But I think the strength advantage on the top, the pressure that she's got on her there is proving a little bit too much for her right now.
Halfway through round number 2. Playing out right now, similar to round number 1. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 is on top, Marina 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏 on the bottom. Yet to solve the puzzle of how to get out from under the Belgian.
Good shots here from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏, using this opportunity to try and pass the half guard maybe as well. Little insight into 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏's corner here. This is great shoulder pressure. And this is experience as well, isn't it? This is 11 fight difference. 11 fights to 3 fights. Nice hammer fist to the leg.
𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗦, how are you coaching Marina Cabrera to get herself back to her feet with less than a minute and a half in this round?
She needs to move a bit more. I feel like she's just accepting the position at the moment. You know, she's got to fight for it. That's what she's here for.
She's doing clever things defensively, but it's just not enough to get her ahead in any way at the moment. Like, she's keeping herself safe for the most part. She's getting her knees involved, building, building frames. But as you said earlier, Dakota, she's holding onto the back of her head. So she's almost engaging the grapple by holding her into this position. Now she's posting. See if she can create some space.
Yeah, I mean, she's a round down, in my opinion, and you know, she's got 45 seconds left. She needs a bit of urgency to get up. She can't be accepting that position. She seems to be doing that now.
Yeah, this is good work.
Cabrera was just bowled back over with the strength of the more experienced and older fighter. Cabrera only 18 years of age. Yet to taste defeat in her young mixed martial arts career, but fighting an uphill battle at the moment.
You see the flexibility of Cabrera keep causing 𝗘𝗨𝗦 some problems, but now she's past the guard.
Got that arm trapped again.
Yeah.
I think Cabrera is 2 rounds down for me right now, but every fight starts on its feet, you know? Anything could happen now in this round.
Some swelling on the left eye of Cabrera. To test a high
kick. There's that calf kick again, that bruising on the outside of 𝗘𝗨𝗦's leg. She's just taking another shot. But now Cabrera, I feel like she might be leaving her head on the center line a little on that calf kick. Oh.
If she can double it up, maybe hide it behind the jab, and take out both her own, and now initiates another grappling exchange, taking the space away from Cabrera to try and damage that leg more.
Better work this time with Cabrera, but she's just crossed her feet. That's going to give the twisting takedown. Great learning experience for her, this. I expect her to be, you know, a much better fighter after this experience, no matter what happens in the next 4 minutes.
It seems like a pretty clear physical strength disparity in this fight, which one might expect because, you know, as an 18-year-old, you haven't fully grown into that physical body and you just don't have that adult muscle mass. To overcome that, 𝗘𝗨𝗘𝗦, I mean, obviously in fights, in competition, we haven't seen you overpowered. I imagine you're putting yourself in those situations in the gym where you're facing a stronger opponent. What do you use to negate it?
Yeah, I mean, I think people just underestimate me a little bit. I'm only tall and slim, you know, so people don't think I've got the strength that I have, but I train a lot with, you know, males, so I think maybe that has helped me a little bit, the fact that I've trained so much with guys in the gym, but I think I just haven't rushed my career as well. She's only 18, you know, I wasn't as rushed as she is right now.
I've also heard that you're putting quite a bit of time into strength and conditioning as well. Your conditioning coach has been telling me that you're improving very quickly in that range. Do you feel like that's something that maybe Cabrera could supplement her game with?
Definitely, and if I've learned anything, it's to do it now, not later on, you know. I think 18 years old, the mindset that she's got to be here already, she definitely needs to start working on that now. 100%.
Was there a point in your fighting career when you felt strength was becoming a part of your skill set?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, right from the beginning, but when I did start training, the difference I felt even just hitting pads, I physically felt stronger myself. That was a big difference for me, so yeah, I noticed it in all areas of the game.
Smothering performance this from 𝗘𝗨𝗦 now. She's got the fight to the floor. 2 minutes left in this third round. Looks to me like 𝗘𝗨𝗦 is very close to securing her place in Paris against Valentina 𝗘𝗨𝗏, September 30th. You've had a little more time to recover. Do you think there are any challenges for these fighters, you know, when they do start thinking about September? As soon as they step out of the smart cage tonight, they know they've got an appointment.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I prefer to be busy as long as I've got no injuries. I think it keeps you, you know, I get a little bit rusty when I've been out the cage for so long. Nerves as well, you don't deal with them as well. You feel like you've gone back to square one, but I mean, they should be fine, these girls. It's not been too bad a fight, this one, right?
Lorena's just given me a look through the fence and she just kind of smiled and shook her head like, my goodness, this is a little frustrating. It's good to see her spirits not broken, absolutely. She's still trying to work her way out of these positions. Minute to go. I think 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘's had good moments, but I think for the most part, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣's been able to use her strength and experience and her grappling skills, her dominant grappling skills, to be able to just control this throughout.
And she's now moved to north-south, see if she can isolate one of the arms. Instead, she just goes with a left hand right down the middle.
You can definitely see the levels in the ground game here as well.
Are you impressed by the top game of 𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑?
I am, you know, her top pressure looks really good. It is hard to get, when someone's got that top pressure, you know, worked out to a T, it is difficult to get up. She's doing well, you know, for the ref to not stop it. She's packed to her feet.
Yeah, the thing she does really well is not clings on to positions too much. Yeah. She's quite happy to let the fight move on and keep flowing. Really good fight from both of these ladies.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges scored this bout 30-27, 30-27 and 30-25. All for your winner via unanimous decision and clinching their place in the PFL Europe playoffs. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘! The following is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the bantamweight division and is our co-main event. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 135.8 pounds and holds a record of 9 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of Gelsenkirchen, Germany, Khurshed Killer Kakhorov! And the opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 136.5 pounds. In 29 professional fights, he has built a record of 20 victories, 7 defeats, and 2 no contests. Fighting out of Marseille, France, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦. Your referee in charge, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Benkasi is in the yellow trunks. Kakhorov is in the gray. Germany versus France in this co-main event. Kakhorov comes sprinting out of the corner.
No glove touch between these two. They've been wanting to fight since Tuesday. Nice long-range kicks here from Kakhorov, just opening up, seeing if he can soften up the leg in the midsection of Benkasi.
Kakhorov's had a very interesting journey through his career. Actually born in Tajikistan, then came to Germany, training now in Las Vegas at Extreme Couture. Sharp inside leg kick and just missed with the right hand.
Throwing heat, both of them straight away, but I like this patience from Benkasi. I just wonder how long until this patience runs out and he starts trying to get into a firefight.
Kakhorov testing that body with the long-range kicks. As you mentioned, he's tried the push attacks, the stabbing kicks, and the roundhouse.
Trying to make the most of that reach advantage, doubling up on the right side. Attack there, Superman punch to a right low kick. If you can, why not?
And he makes it seem so easy.
Right?
So smooth.
Rear front kick. Oh, and again, lovely combination.
Stepped into the jab and followed it with the leg kick. Beautiful.
Loving the defense of 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 so far, though. Keeps using that lead leg feint. He keeps dropping as if he's going to throw a punch, trying to draw the attack out of Khurshed Kakhorov. Again, you know, 27 fights experience to 10. I wonder if he's going to try and use this first round to read his opponent so he doesn't overextend himself, make himself vulnerable. But he's got to be careful taking too many shots in the process to his legs.
That's only the MMA fights you're talking about.
Right.
All the kickboxing fights he's had as well.
Now at the 3-minute mark, 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 starting to offer a little attack of his own. Kakhorov still trying to lead this offensive dance. 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 shows a different look. Another heavy leg kick there from Kakhorov.
Good counter left though by 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣.
Yeah, that was a beautiful rear uppercut from Kakhorov. Very difficult punch to land.
It's a dangerous technique to start a combination with, unless you're as fast as he appears to be. Oh, overhand. 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 says no.
We saw that a lot in his fight against Nuzzi. He kept denying the fact that anything was landing. And eventually it started to prove himself right, because he was taking these shots, high kicks and straight punches. But he eventually finds himself on the front foot. This is really good work from Kakhorov, not allowing 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 to get settled into anything here. Not allowing him to start pressuring forward. Split right hand, beautiful, works to the body.
He walked right into it. 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣's in big trouble here. Khurshed Kakhorov showing some patience, and now stepping in the swing.
Huge combination from Kakhorov.
𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 trying to stay calm, but he's still rocked. Still got a head full of water. You can see him kind of wobbling here.
𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏 watching intently. He will face the winner of this bout. He looked impressive earlier tonight.
That was a nice lead uppercut from 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 there.
The damage already mounting on 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣. He's got a mouse under the left eye, swelling and redness on the left thigh. His right elbow is red and bruised. Kakhorov tried to go dig to the liver there. 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 says, I can try that too. Landed a nice jab in the southpaw stance, did 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣.
Kakhorov's throwing a lot of kicks on the same side where he throws the punch. So right punch, right kick, left punch, left kick. It's really hard to see that coming. Mixes it up really nice.
That was a nice low kick. Yeah, that looked like it did some damage to the lead leg of Kakhorov. You can see him kind of planting his lead foot real heavy now.
Yeah, it's affected the movement on the lead leg.
Oh,
whether an injury or a real dead leg, the right hand followed it.
Still kicking with it though.
I think we're going to need a bucket of ice for these two guys after this fight for sure. Both of their legs are starting to get bruised up now. He loves that Superman punch, does Kakhorov.
And he swings on the exit. Every time 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 goes chest to chest and tries to back out, Kakhorov's attacking with something.
Really nice first round of striking from both of these.
Final few seconds here. There's the bell. Wow. Veteran of the fight game, 27 fights deep. This is number 28 for 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the yellow trunks. Khurshed Kakhorov is in the gray and goes right back to work on that lead leg.
Oh,
kick to the face there.
Look at the bruising on the legs of 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣. It's worth noting where the bruising is, though, above the knee on the outside and inside of the legs. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt even more tomorrow on the flight home, but the calf is really where you start to see someone's base be dismantled in a short time.
Yeah, you can see that. Kakhorov mixes it up really nice. You see the marks all over his body, as you say, Dan.
Right? Kakhorov to me looks like he's always standing primed to fire a fast punch, whereas 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣's, he moves and he kind of bounds around a bit and he feints. For me, Kakhorov is he's tense, ready to fire, and that makes it difficult to know when to approach him because he's going to fire something at you straight away. Ouch.
He's done it several times, goes to the inside, then as soon as that foot plants, right to the outside leg kick.
He almost switches from orthodox to southpaw like it's nothing. Very natural.
Fight.
And constantly complaining about an eye poke, maybe.
More work to the body.
Nice body kick.
Another example of what Stefan was talking about, left jab, left body kick.
Seems to hurt his own leg there.
See 𝗟𝗏𝗣𝗅 having some problems with that right eye. Maybe that's the universe balancing things out from the Nuzzi fight. Look at the bruising on those legs now.
And now the midsection as well, just redness and welting on the ribs.
And when I see a fight like this, I'm so happy I'm retired.
Right?
I don't want that anymore.
Still trying to clear his eye.
Yeah, he's definitely has an issue with his eye.
And the right eye, which might open up an opportunity for Kakhorov to land a left high kick, left hook. You can see there, 𝗟𝗏𝗣𝗘𝗦 is just blinking constantly with the right side.
Thing is, it may well have been a closed glove that did the damage, which means it's a fair strike.
Oh, good left hooks there from Kakhorov.
We're not really seeing Kakhorov even open his hands at all. To, you know, even when he's defending, when he's not striking, his fists are clenched.
Hands tight.
Counter right hand there from 𝗟𝗏𝗣𝗘𝗦. Under 2 minutes now in this second round. Winner of this fight looking to book a date in Paris for a bantamweight semi-final fight against 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗘. Winner in Paris moves on to Dublin for a championship with $100,000 on the line.
Oh, you can see Kakhorov starting to get 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧 reacting now with his hands. You can see it's starting to be a little bit more expressive with those motions, which is going to make it easier for those shots to get through. Nice jab to the body, circle up, left hook to the head. There's the right hand again.
Kakhorov likes to throw the right hand when 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧's coming forward, likes to run him right onto it. That was the punch that dropped 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧 in the first round.
I love the head movement from Kakhorov after his strikes. Moving out of the way, not being able to get hit by 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧.
Kakhorov's very good at just not overcommitting to anything. He always keeps that front leg in front of him so he can stop his forward momentum if he needs to get out of range again. Nice lead uppercut.
He's so smooth going backwards. Just letting these punches fly. Good short block there.
Oh! High kick blocked there by 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧.
One thing I am noticing, which might just be a minor thing, the left hand of Kakhorov, when he's closing his fist, his pinky finger's sticking out. I wonder whether he's dislocated it. Can you see?
Yeah, I see it.
First time we have a takedown attempt today in the last 10 seconds, said it's an old injury.
I just asked him through the cage. He said old injury.
Just put it back into place.
Final round of this bantamweight contest in our PFL Europe regular season here in Berlin. 𝗟𝗏𝗣𝗘𝗧 in the yellow, Khurshed Kakhorov in the gray. Stefan Struve, how do you have this scored through 2 rounds?
I got it 2 rounds for Kakhorov. He's so smooth. He's not getting hit really. No big shots for 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧 really. And he's attacking so smooth, going forward and backwards. Beautiful right hand here.
Compromised the balance with the right hand. As much as 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧 shook the head trying to convince everyone that it didn't really land, it did.
Superman punch again from Kakhorov.
Interesting coaching from Kakhorov's corner as well, saying that if 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗧 starts to get too aggressive, to level change and take him down, put him on his back.
Oh, 𝗟𝗏𝗧 caught him there though.
Kakhorov threw the body shot by itself and got drilled right down the middle because of it.
Still got nearly 4 minutes left, 3 minutes 45. I feel like anything could happen in this fight still.
I think 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣's behind now, but he's far from out of this fight.
Clubbing right hand over the top. Might kind of take down the fence.
You know, that was something that I loved watching Dennis Siever do, another great German fighter.
Yes.
Every time someone tried to grab a clinch with him, he would just writhe his body and swing hooks over the top. Absolutely fantastic.
He's a powerhouse, Dennis Siever. With a straight right again. I think Kakhorov's going to be looking for a finish in this round. I don't think he's going to be satisfied if this goes the distance, especially with the amount of shots he's landed, the damage he's done to 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 so far.
He really has damaged the entire body of 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣.
If Kakhorov can get a finish here in the third round, he'll be the first person to finish 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 in 28 fights.
I understand why nobody has finished him, though, watching this fight.
Yeah, look at the durability he's put on display. Even immediately after eating big shots, he's just right there in it.
Good leg kick there from 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣.
I would like to have seen more low kicks from 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣. I don't think he realized that he did as much damage as he potentially did in that second round to the leg of Kakhorov.
Yeah, the corner must not have recognized it either. I think he would have been directed to keep attacking.
It's a scary thing, too, to attack a guy like Kakhorov, because he had a couple really good short blocks as well. One of the most painful things is kicking a block.
And we, of course, can't underestimate his grappling and his wrestling skills as well. He's not even had to really use them in this fight, but we know he's got them in the back pocket. Searching left hook to the body.
He's really making the most out of the reach and height advantage. Beautiful to see.
His footwork's fantastic. Oh, there it is again. Superman punch to low kick. I'm drilling that tomorrow afternoon when I get home.
You just don't expect that.
Right? You can't cover for both. There's no way.
Dan Hardy, I don't believe you're going to be drilling any fight techniques tomorrow when you get home. It's going to be a nap.
Yeah, that's very true. I might just be out for 24 hours. Monday. I'll send you a video, Sean.
Sharp jab there. And right back to the hooks. Good right hand from 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣.
Yeah, nice jab from Kakhorov. Great answer from 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 there. Nice level change body lock, but good defense from Kakhorov.
𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏 getting the winner's treatment there cage side. Watching on. Whoever wins this fight will be his opponent in Paris.
And it looks like it's going to be Kakhorov, but we got 30 seconds left.
I'd be interested to get 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚𝗏's thoughts on this fight. Oh, beautiful! Shots were getting through. Nice foot sweep by 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣.
𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 has the fastest recovery I have seen in a long time.
Last 10 seconds. Still avoided being stopped, even if he is losing this fight.
Final bell.
Wow. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗣 missed weight earlier this week, so went into this contest with a 1-point deficit. With that in mind, the judges scored this bout 30-26. 30-26 and 30-25, all for your winner and securing their place in the PFL Europe playoffs. Khurshed Kakhorov! The following is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the bantamweight division and is our main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he's a boxing specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 135.7 pounds and holds a record of 11 wins, 2 losses, and a single draw. Fighting out of Berlin, Germany, opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 135.3 pounds. His record consists of 9 victories, 1 defeat, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Altamura, Italy, Francesco Nuzzi. Your judges at cage-side for this contest are Vito Polito, Derek Hickey, and Nick Scundy, and your referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Gentlemen, centre please. Gentlemen, you're going to protect yourselves at all times. You're going to obey my instructions at all times. You keep fighting until I tell you to stop. Touch gloves if you want. Step back. Are you ready? Let's go.
Nuzzi trying to take gloves. Far body Radazad uses the opportunity to shoot the takedown. Nice sprawl from the Italian. Nuzzi is in the yellow. Radazad is in the gray. Southpaw stance for the Italian.
Farbod trying to level change underneath the pressure. A little nod from Farbod there.
Head outside single here. Now switches it to the head inside. Drives through, got Nuzzi off balance.
Beautiful corner turn there on that single leg. Nuzzi's going to be difficult to control though when he has submissions on the floor as well. Farbod has to take top position and get past his guard. This is good work, pressure into the back here.
This is Farbod at his best. Wants to tire Nuzzi out. But good defense from Nuzzi as well. Good job by Nuzzi.
Farbod circling away from that left leg of Francesco Nuzzi. There it was.
His corner was telling him to circle away and wait for the next opportunity to come. For the takedown, that is.
Are you kidding me? Sends Farbod to the land of the ancestors.
Wow! Declaring your winner via knockout and clinching their place in the PFL Europe playoffs, Francesco Nuzzi!
Viva Verti Italia! Ora toccata!
All right, Francesco Nuzzi, a beautiful head kick knockout. We knew the left leg was a great weapon for you. Was that the game plan the whole time to land that kick?
It's hard work, easy fight. All day, 3, 4 times, 1 day, work. It's thank you my coach Rosas, and all the family, the team Moreno, thank you Wolf Tempo, thank you Tribe Jiu-Jitsu Lecce. It's no team, it's different, it's very family. It's a study, watch the video, bam, gameplay. And this is his result.
You had to stuff the takedowns. Farbod is a great wrestler. He got his hands on you. You were able to escape and land the kick.
I am the best wrestler, the best grappler, the best striker. Submission, okay, no problem. 1 second. TKO, bam, 1 second. I'm a killer.
And now you're headed to Paris, and you'll take on Frans Mlambo in your semifinal matchup. Let's get a little face-off here, fellas.
You're pushing me back.
All right, these guys get along just fine. We're not going to get anything spicy. Francesco Nuzzi, congratulations. Frans Mlambo, we will see you in Paris September 30th, ladies and gentlemen. Semifinal action.